Today we have the 2026 Mercedes-AMG GLC 43 Coupe. We're going on a test drive, show you guys the exterior features, the interior, and tell you why you should consider this $81,000 GLC 43 Coupe as one of the best entry-level Mercedes-AMGs you can buy today. On the exterior, finished with the polar white, and this car also has the digital light system. Under the hood, it might not surprise you to find a handcrafted AMG 2-liter inline-4 turbo engine with mild hybrid, producing 416 horsepower and 369 pound-feet of torque. This car also has a 9-speed automatic transmission as well as 4MATIC all-wheel drive. This car also has the AMG ride control suspension with active damping. On the rear axle, we have a 2.5-degree turning, give it this car very good stability and all-round performance. And you can see we have the carbon fiber cover right here. The engine itself was handcrafted by Carlos from Mercedes-AMG Germany, so this is not made in the US or North America. And we have the AMG badging right here. And by the way, notice that the engine sits longitudinally to the car, turbos back here, and then you have this stability bar across, and that's really what's powering this GLC 43. We mentioned polar white on the exterior. We have power domes on the hood and a very aggressive front fascia right here. This car has the AMG Night Package Plus, which means that vertical slats on the grille receive dark chrome elements. We have a front-facing camera down here, and notice the very aggressive air intake, also finished in the high gloss black elements. More than enough cooling for the engine down here. A filter back badge sits flush on the hood, and as I mentioned, these are the digital lights. Looks very good in this polar white exterior. Notice also the turbo electric badging on the side here. Lets you know that this is a mild hybrid car. And the size of the front tires, 265/45 are 20. These are 20-inch rims. The front discs are perforated with the silver brake calipers. The side mirrors are finished in black as well. The size of the rear tires is 295/40 R20. Rear design, we have good-looking LED taillights, AMG badging on the left, GLC 43 on the right-hand side, because we have the AMG Night Package Plus. Notice this is a dark chrome. Doesn't look like regular chrome. The Mercedes Star also has a dark chrome elements. Performance exhaust system, quad tailpipes, and high gloss black elements around here. Number of sensors, very simple rear diffuser. Let's take a look at the storage in the back. It's about 20 cubic feet, or about 17 cubic feet of storage. And we have some floor mats, and there is some storage in the back here. And this is a cargo cover on your GLC 43. Very nice. Electronic tailgate is standard in your car. Standard gas cap in your GLC, and rear spoiler lip right here. Let's step inside. I'm gonna have to adjust the front seat. This car has power memory seats as well as heated seats. And we have sienna brown on the interior. We'll see that once we step inside. With the black Napa leather. So this is the design sitting from the back. Very good build quality on this GLC 43. I love the sienna brown on the seats, with the contrast stitching as well. Good looking air vents. I would have expected to have a USB-C port down here, but there is none. We have 2 cup holders standard. Love the contrast on the seats. Very good looking leather, very nice as well, very firm leather. And Burmester high-end speaker system, and black chrome as well around this element right here. We have a panorama, rather single sunroof at the top. Let's go to the other section. Passenger's perspective. I gotta tell you guys, this is one of the most good looking cars you can buy in the GLC. As I mentioned before, we have power memory seats right here, 1, 2, 3, heated seats. There's a speaker element right here. Love the wood trim. I would have optioned carbon fiber up here or carbon fiber mesh design, but this is actually a good choice. This is actually not carbon fiber, it's the sort of carbon fiber weave design. It's not actual. This is how it looks. Center console, we have one USB-C port and some storage for your wallet and small items, and OLED touchscreen display is standard in your GLC 43. Good looking air vents, very symmetrical. And let's go to the other side. Now, one thing you notice, this GLC 43 is a pinnacle trim GLC, which means we have a head-up display system. Once we step inside, you notice this groove here is for that system. Displays additional data points for the driver and other metrics as you drive. Let's step inside. We have chrome door handles, our standard, black side mirror housings, and let's go. And before we step inside, down here we have sport pedals in the GLC. All right, first thing you notice, very comfortable car. I love the seats. They do have thigh support as well. Let's go ahead and give the car some power. One thing I'll do is I'll switch. Go ahead and switch to the Sport Plus mode. Also go to the, on the head-up display system, we have the race mode, and swipe down, swipe all the way to the left and select the, oh, it's very sort of slips out and goes to the other mode. The buttons are very touch sensitive. Set the performance menu to engine to look at the engine torque and power as we drive. Oh, this sounds good. Wow, listen to the pops, guys. I hope it's coming across the camera, but it sounds amazing. I know it's a 4-cylinder engine, right? But with mild hybrid, it's got some bangs, right? It's pretty fast as well. Fuel economy is a modest 22, which is not bad. And love the steering wheel, very thick as well. I gotta tell you, once we start to drive out here, you'll see the AMG ride control, which means that the car suspension is very dynamic. We have dynamic engine mounts, and as I turn around the corner, there is a slight leaning on the suspension to give you more stability, and the 2.5-degree rear axle makes it even a fun driving experience in the sport mode. So we have very good handling in this car. So around the corner like this, we do have very good handling. Suspension is fabulous. It's very good turning around the corners, very solid brakes. So barely getting to 4,000 RPMs actually. Thankfully, I'm using the paddle shifters. Gives me excellent control on how the power is going through the engine. As I downshift, you can actually see on the head-up display system.
The head-up display is already switched on.
Naturally, we have a voice assistance as well in this car. So we're gonna go ahead and stop right here. look at some other features in this car, we have a classic theme right here, which is what I'd use for sort of everyday driving. There is a navigation theme for road trips. So if you set the nav system, I also like to select the off-road menu. You can see the tire pressure and other metrics. Once you start to drive, they show up here. You can see your compass, your altitude, and things like that. So vehicle assistance. This car does have sort of semi-autonomous driving, which means on the freeway I just press this button on, and then as I drive I press the plus button and engages the autonomous driving system. So you can set cruise control and other options through these touch sensitive.
Unfortunately cannot be operated via voice yet.
Okay, that's nice. So cruise control options will be down here, and the other touch sensitive controls on the right hand side allow you to change the MBUX infotainment system, which is a third generation MBUX. We have a climate system. You can look at the air quality as you drive, which is pretty nice for your car. Mention the nav system. We'll engage this nav system when you get to the corner here. I'm going to set it to the, let's say, parking spaces. Just choose a random spot.
The route is being calculated. Now turn right.
You see now we have the camera feed shows up, and the forward facing camera is up here on the windshield, which is why you can actually see the hood and lets you know when you need to turn. So this is amazing nav system, augmented reality, thanks to the pinnacle trim option, which is why this groove is up here that I mentioned before. So I'm going to also switch to the navigation menu, and this is the trip focused menu system. Also going to go to the nav, and this is how it looks on the augmented reality navigation. So overall, there's a lot of data in this car, a lot of metrics, a lot of things to keep an eye on, right? So sometimes it can get a bit overwhelming for a driver because you have,
turn right.
as much as I want to see all this data, sometimes it can be a bit overwhelming for you when you're going on a road trip. You know, you have numbers flashing at you, and
700 feet, turn right.
And getting a lot of data points, you know, it's too overwhelming, right? So
now turn right.
So I'm gonna switch down here. The other menu that you can actually, this one doesn't have the simple menu or the entertainment focus menu, which is a very minimalist menu system. So I'm just gonna cancel the nav system and then go back to the performance menu right here. So I noticed something else in the automatic mode, right? If you're not using your paddle shifters, there are times when it feels like the gear changes are not almost immediate. It takes a long time for that to kick in. So sometimes I have to force to use the paddle shifters when I feel like, hey, you know, gear changes are not very immediate. They're sort of taking a while to show up or to change. So that's also something I noticed here. I'm gonna close the sunroof. And the other thing is, this car has a parking system, parking assistance. I'm hoping to park right next here. Let's see if it's gonna detect that. It should be able to detect it. I don't think it's going to detect that spot. So So I'm just gonna have to park manually, simply because it's at a corner and I knew the parking was right there. Should be able to find it naturally, but it's at a corner. Overall, it's a good system, right? So we have a 360-degree camera system in your GLC. Okay, I'll make sure I'm parked. Move back just slightly. All right. That is a quick review of the 2026 Mercedes-AMG GLC 43. It's a good buy. It's a decent buy, right? So $81,000 on a GLC is pretty decent, right? So if you want something bigger, you can choose a GLE 53, which is about maybe $8,000 more than this car. You get a bigger SUV, more comfort, more practical for a larger family. But overall, this is just run-of-the-mill GLC 43. Nothing too fancy about the engine, right? It's a 4-cylinder. That might disappoint a lot of you who are expecting something more for the price point, which is why you're gonna go to a GLE 53, and if you have more money to spend, GLE 63S. And or a GLE 450. There's also a coupe of a GLE 450. Don't forget that. That's it. Quick look. 2026 GLC 43 coupe. Till next time, stay positive. Peace.